Welcome to the reality revolution. Parallel realities. The concept of parallel realities has long fascinated humanity, sparking imagination and philosophical debates throughout history. This introductory chapter delves into the idea that multiple versions of our reality exist simultaneously, each representing different outcomes of events or choices. I will explore how these parallel realities might coexist within a vast multiverse, where every possibility plays out across an infinite number of universes. Quantum shifting, the central focus of this episode, is presented as a revolutionary method for consciously moving between these parallel realities. This practice is rooted in the belief that our consciousness is not bound to a single reality, but can, with proper training and technique, traverse the boundaries between different versions of existence. I will introduce the core principles of quantum shifting, emphasizing its distinction from mere visualization or imagination, and its reliance on a heightened state of awareness we call quantum awareness. You can shift into any reality you want, and you can live the life of your dreams. We live in an age in which an awareness of this multiversal nature of reality is coming to the fore. It is a literal reality revolution. I've introduced several techniques through my channel, including quantum surfing, quantum jumping, plat activation techniques. Each of these techniques are similar and in some cases very different. I am trying to find different methods and ways to shift into realities. I find little differences in each one, and as I experiment, I like to share them with you. I would like to further detail the ways in which you can shift into the reality of your dreams. This is a passion for me because when I see people that click into the truth of this reality, they suddenly realize they can have anything they want. They can do anything. I feel like Aladdin, and I want you to have this feeling that you can do anything. Don't take my word for it. I'm not trying to sell you something. I'm not selling you anything. I'm telling you that you can have anything you want. All you have to do is listen to this episode. Try it. If it doesn't work for you, then forget about it. This begins with quantum awareness. Quantum awareness is a novel concept that lies at the heart of quantum shifting. It represents a heightened state of consciousness that transcends ordinary perception and mental processes. Unlike conventional awareness, which is focused on the immediate physical reality, quantum awareness operates on a more subtle and expansive level. At its core, quantum awareness is the ability to perceive and interact with the underlying fabric of reality that connects parallel universes. It's a state of mind where the practitioner becomes attuned to the quantum field, the fundamental energy that permeates all of existence. In this state, the boundaries between different realities become more permeable, allowing for sensing and potentially traversing of alternate versions of reality. Quantum awareness is the key to this level of quantum shifting that we're talking about today. That is very similar to quantum jumping and reality shifting. Quantum awareness differs significantly from just visualizing or imagining, which is the key foundation of most of those techniques. While these mental activities involve creating images or scenarios within the mind, quantum awareness is about opening yourself to receive information and experiences from realms beyond your immediate reality. It's not about constructing a mental picture, but rather about becoming receptive to the broadcast of information from parallel realities. Very much like a television or radio. You can turn the channel if you don't like what you're watching. The multiverse is very much like that. You have the remote control. If you don't like the radio station you're listening to, you can turn the dial on your radio and tune in to a different station. The universe is just like that. Each reality is its own channel in which you can change the channel whenever you want. And when you're watching TV and listening to the radio, you're not imagining those stations that come up. Oftentimes you're surprised by the song that comes up when you turn the radio. Or when you change the channel, you find a movie you've never seen before and you get into it. That's the nature of this multiversal level of travel. You're connecting to realities you may not know all that much about. You can tune in to topics and declare with intention that you want certain things, but you allow those realities to define themselves within your consciousness. This comes down to quantum awareness, an ability to observe these realities. This is the hardest thing for me to teach. The state of awareness is characterized by a profound sense of neutrality. In a void, the mind becomes still, free from chatter of everyday thoughts and constraints of personal beliefs or expectations. In this neutral void state, the practitioner's consciousness becomes like a finely tuned antenna, capable of picking up signals from the quantum field that are usually imperceptible. Developing quantum awareness requires dedicated practice and a willingness to challenge one's preconceptions about the nature of reality. It involves learning to quiet the mind, expand one's perception, and cultivate a deep sensitivity to subtle energies and impressions. As practitioners develop this skill, they report experiences ranging from fleeting glimpses of alternate realities to profound shifts in their understanding of existence itself. The neutral void state is a cornerstone of quantum shifting, serving as the gateway to quantum awareness as the key to accessing parallel realities. The state of consciousness is characterized by a profound emptiness, a space devoid of thought, emotion, and sensory input. Not everybody likes this. Some people are kind of weirded out by the concept of going into the void. When I've done void meditations in the past, I usually have a few people that say, that's kind of weird. It doesn't make sense. Now, the importance of the void lies in its purity and potential. By entering this state, practitioners shed the constraints of their current reality, including preconceptions, biases, and limitations imposed by the physical world. This mental and emotional emptiness creates a clean slate, allowing for unfiltered perception and reception of information from the quantum field. The power of the void stems from its neutrality. In this state, the mind is not actively seeking or creating experiences, but rather becoming a passive receiver. This neutrality is crucial because it minimizes the influence of personal desires or expectations, which can inadvertently color or distort the information received from other realities. The void acts as a pristine mirror, reflecting the true nature of parallel realities without interference. Moreover, the void state is key to this process because it aligns your consciousness with the fundamental nature of the quantum realm. In quantum physics, the vacuum state, or quantum vacuum, is not truly empty but full of potential energy and virtual particles. Similarly, the mental void state is not an absence of consciousness, but a state of pure potential from which any reality can emerge. By achieving this state, you can position yourself at a nexus point between realities. The void becomes a sort of interdimensional crossroads where the boundaries between parallel universes thin and become traversable. It's from this neutral ground that you can sense, select, and shift into alternate realities. The void also plays a crucial role in the actual shifting process. As practitioners become adept at maintaining this state, they can use it as a launch pad for consciousness transfer. The lack of attachment to any particular reality in the void state makes it easier to disengage from the current reality and realign with a new one. Mastering the neutral void state is perhaps the most challenging aspect of quantum shifting, requiring dedicated practice and patience. It involves learning to quiet the mind beyond conventional meditation, reaching a level of stillness that many find elusive. However, it is this very challenge that makes the void state so powerful. Those who can consistently achieve and maintain this state gain access to a tool of immense potential for exploring the nature of reality and consciousness. In essence, the void is not just a means to an end in quantum shifting. It is a profound state of being that holds the key to unlocking the mysteries of parallel realities and the true nature of existence itself. Preparing the mind and body for quantum shifting requires a combination of ancient wisdom and modern practices. These techniques serve to calm the mind, energize the body, and heighten awareness, creating the optimal conditions for entering the neutral void state and engaging in quantum awareness. Meditation forms the foundation of quantum shifting preparation. It trains the mind to focus and achieve the stillness necessary for accessing the neutral void state. Begin with simple mindfulness techniques, focusing on the breath to anchor attention in the present moment. Gradually progress to more advanced forms of meditation such as vipassana or zazen, which cultivate a deeper awareness of thoughts and sensations without attachment. Practice daily, starting with short sessions and gradually increasing duration. Pay particular attention to developing the ability to observe thoughts without engaging them, as this skill is crucial for maintaining the neutral void state. Experiment with different postures and settings to find what works best for you, always emphasizing comfort and stability to facilitate longer periods of uninterrupted focus. Fire breathing, also known as tumo or inner fire meditation, is a powerful technique for generating internal heat and energy. This practice is believed to activate dormant energy centers in the body, preparing it for the intense focus required in a quantum shift. Start with gentle rhythmic breathing, gradually increasing the pace and intensity. Focus on drawing energy up from the base of the spine with each inhalation, visualizing it as a bright, warm light. And as you exhale, imagine this energy spreading throughout your body. Advanced practitioners may incorporate breath retention and specific visualizations to intensify the effects. You may have heard examples of fire breathing in several of my meditations. This is something I'm recommending that you experiment with yourself. Cultivate a practice of utilizing your breath to change your energy when doing quantum shifts. Another technique I use is Qigong. This involves gentle movements, breathing techniques, and meditation to cultivate your Qi energy. Check out my episode on cultivating Qi. I give 10 different steps that you can take to cultivate your Qi, and this will help in your practice of quantum shifting, quantum jumping, reality shifting, whatever you want to try. Begin with basic standing postures like embracing the tree to build a strong energetic foundation, incorporating flowing movements such as 8 pieces of brocade or 5 elements of Qigong to circulate energy throughout the body. Pay special attention to practices that focus on the lower dantian energy center below the navel, as this is considered the body's energetic reservoir. Essentially, what you're trying to do is generate Qi in your dantian and then move it up into your heart and then coordinate with your mind. It is a 3 energy center combination while you're bringing in 4th density light. I know that sounds complicated, and a lot of times people will not teach this level of complexity, but that's what you're doing. You're combining 3 elemental forces, the forces of your Qi with your heart energy and your mind energy. They're a little bit different. They have different flavors, but when tuned together, it's like a laser. And as you progress through these practices, you start to work with subtle energy fields and cosmic connections. One technique called microcosmic orbit, which is a Qigong exercise, where you simply just move the hands up and down as if you're holding a pearl of energy. A large pearl of energy if you want to. The movement of your energy aligns to different types of elemental dispositions within your body: fire, water, air. The more you start to move your energy around, the more you learn how to adjust your mental and vibrational frequency to move and shift into specific realities. Entering the void state is a crucial step in the quantum shifting process. The journey to the neutral void state begins with a deep relaxation and progresses through several stages of mental quieting. And as you relax, employ a technique called mental dissolution. See your thoughts, emotions, and sensory perceptions as clouds slowly dissipating in a vast empty sky. Don't resist any thoughts or feelings, simply observe them neutrally as they arise and fade away. Next, I recommend infinite expansion. Imagine your consciousness expanding beyond the confines of your body, spreading outward in all directions, and as you expand, let go of any sense of self or identity, becoming one with the expanding void. Another effective technique is the point of nothingness. Focus your attention on a single point in your mind's eye, and as you concentrate, allow this point to become smaller and smaller until it disappears entirely, leaving only emptiness. Some practitioners find success with a countdown to void method. Starting from a number like 100, slowly count backwards with each breath. As you count, imagine each number fading away into nothingness until you reach 0 and enter the void state. One of the most common challenges is an overactive mind. To address this, acknowledge the thoughts without engaging them. Just imagine them as leaves floating down a stream, observing them pass by without attachment. Physical discomfort can also be distracting. Ensure your posture is comfortable but alert. If discomfort arises, gently adjust your position without breaking your mental focus. Fear or anxiety about entering an unknown state may arise. Cultivate a sense of curiosity and adventure rather than apprehension. Remember that you're always in control and can return to normal awareness at any time. Impatience is another hurdle. Entering the void state takes practice and patience. Set realistic expectations and celebrate small progress rather than aiming for perfection. Drowsiness or falling asleep can occur. If this happens, try practicing at different times of day when you feel more alert. You can also experiment with a slightly less comfortable position to maintain wakefulness. It's helpful to be awake when doing the transition. When you become lucid in your dreams, you can do this in the sleep state. I do have a quantum jump meditation designed for sleep that may be easier for you to do. This is quantum shifting, which requires an active, open mind that's monitoring the reality around you, and this is usually done in a waking state. If you do it in a sleep state, then you may wander off into dream states that are not necessarily the realities that you want to enter into. As you successfully enter the void state, you may experience several distinctive signs. A profound sense of emptiness or spaciousness often characterize this state. You may feel as if your consciousness has expanded beyond the boundaries of your body. Time perception will alter significantly. Some practitioners report a sense of timelessness or the feeling that time has stopped altogether. Physical sensations may change. You might experience a feeling of weightlessness or conversely a heavy sinking sensation. Some describe a tingling or vibration feeling throughout their body. Visual phenomena can occur even with closed eyes. This might include seeing a vast, dark space, points of light, or abstract patterns. However, it's important not to focus on or attach to these experiences. A deep sense of peace and detachment often accompany the void state. You may feel completely separated from your thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations, observing them from a neutral perspective. Paradoxically, while in a state of emptiness, you may experience a heightened sense of alertness and clarity. This is often described as a state of aware unawareness or knowing without knowing. It's crucial to remember that experiences of the void state can vary greatly between individuals and even between sessions for the same person. The key is to remain open and receptive without expectation or judgment. With consistent practice, entering the void state will become more natural and accessible, paving the way for deeper explorations in quantum shifting. Once the void state is achieved, the next critical step in quantum shifting is developing the ability to sense parallel realities. This is the key to this process. Just being in the void is not enough. What a lot of people are finding, perhaps using Joe Dispenza's technique, is they go into the void and then they imagine from the void something they're already wanting to imagine. I'm calling upon you to not worry about that and simply develop the ability to sense parallel realities. This process involves honing quantum awareness and learning to interpret the information received from alternative realities. Quantum awareness is the foundation for sensing parallel realities. It's a state of heightened perception that goes beyond ordinary sensory input to develop this awareness. Start by maintaining the neutral void state while gently expanding your consciousness outward. Practice quantum listening, a form of deep, receptive attention that isn't limited to auditory information. This involves opening all your senses to subtle impressions and energies that may not have a clear physical source. Cultivate a state of active passivity, remaining alert and receptive without actively seeking or grasping at experiences. This balance allows quantum information to flow freely into your awareness without being distorted by expectations or desires. Experiment with different focal points from your awareness. Some practitioners find success by focusing on the space between their eyebrows, the third eye area, while others prefer to center their awareness in the heart or the lower abdomen. Regular practice of energy work, such as Qigong or Reiki, can enhance your sensitivity to quantum information. These practices will help attune your energy body to subtle vibrations and frequencies. As quantum awareness develops, you may begin to experience fleeting glimpses or visions from parallel realities. These can manifest in a variety of ways. You'll get visual impressions that might range from brief flashes of unfamiliar scenes to fully formed images or even movie-like sequences. These may appear as if projected on a screen in your mind's eye or feel more immersive. Auditory experiences could include hearing snippets of conversations, unfamiliar music, or ambient sounds that don't correspond to your current environment. Kinesthetic sensations might involve feeling as if you're in a different body or environment, experiencing textures, temperatures, or movements that aren't present in your physical reality. Emotional impressions from parallel realities may suddenly wash over you, giving you a taste of the emotional climate of a different reality. Thought forms or concepts that seem alien to your usual thinking patterns might suddenly pop into your awareness, potentially offering insights from alternative versions of yourself. Remember that these glimpses are often brief and can be subtle. Learning to recognize and stay with them without disrupting the experience takes practice and patience. Interpreting the information received from parallel realities is a delicate process that requires both intuition and critical thinking. Maintain a journal of your experiences. Record your glimpses and visions in as much detail as possible immediately after your practice sessions. Look for patterns or recurring themes over time. Practice non-attachment to the experiences. While it's natural to find some glimpses more appealing than others, remember that all information is valuable for understanding the nature of parallel realities. Develop a personal symbolic language, and over time, you will notice that certain symbols or imagery consistently represent specific concepts or energies in your glimpses. Learning to interpret this personal symbolism can deepen your understanding. Consider the emotional and energetic qualities of the glimpses, not just the literal content. The overall feel of a parallel reality can often provide more meaningful information than specific details. Look for connections between the sensed realities and your current life. Sometimes glimpses of parallel realities can offer fresh perspectives on personal challenges or decisions. Think about it. You're entering into a reality. So if I just enter into me sitting in my car listening to music, how am I going to know about the reality I'm in? Why is it different? There are things that you can clue into when you enter into that reality. But remember, it's a snapshot of that reality. So you really need to meditate and spend long amounts of time in the void and monitoring what comes up in the void state. You may even have communications with higher density beings because that's where they're at. They're in the void searching these realities. So you will inevitably meet beings from many different universes and galaxies. Look for connections between the sense realities and your current life. Be open to counterintuitive or challenging information, paradoxes, and contradictions. Remember, the rules in these realities, the histories, can be totally different. Parallel realities can operate under different laws or social structures than your familiar reality. Remember, the goal is not to prove the objective existence of these parallel realities, but to use the information gained to enrich your understanding of possibility and expand your conscious awareness. As you become more adept at sensing and interpreting parallel realities, you develop a broader perspective on existence and your place within it. This expanded awareness forms the basis of the next stages of quantum shifting, where you learn not just to sense, but actively engage with and potentially shift into these alternate realities. This may be the hardest place, and many people can't get past this stage of entering into the void. Now, I have several meditations that I've designed using quantum jumping from the void, and those can work. But in those cases, many times, you're simply bringing your imaginings and visualizations that you practice in your regular everyday life and trying to lay this foundation. Now, that reality is available, but there are many realities that may be better. And so what I'm saying is, don't force yourself into that reality at first. Try to find the channel that you like the best. Sometimes you may not know how wonderful a channel on TV is until you get to it. And there's a lot of shows you never even knew about. You can employ visualization techniques to build a strong mental image of the reality, but do not force it onto that parallel reality. Allow it to become a guide. Allow it to create an intention as you sense out those realities, and do not use it as a device to force your way into that reality. Just use it as your stated intention. Practice emotional alignment with your target reality. Try to embody the emotional state you'd imagine you'd have in that reality. This emotional resonance can act as a beacon, drawing you towards that specific parallel existence. Maintain a state of calm certainty about that shift. Avoid feelings of desperation or need, as these can create resistance. Instead, cultivate a sense of curiosity and excited anticipation. Entering the quantum field is a crucial step in this process. This involves moving your consciousness from the void state into a more active engagement with the fabric of reality itself. Start with quantum breathing. Visualize each inhalation as drawing in pure quantum potential and each exhalation as releasing your attachment to your current reality. Or you can practice the reality membrane visualization. Imagine the boundary between realities as a thin, permeable membrane, and see yourself gently pressing against this membrane, feeling it give way. You can also use the quantum tunneling method. Envision your consciousness as a wave of energy capable of passing through the barriers between realities. Focus on the sensation of your awareness penetrating these barriers. The final stage of quantum shifting involves the actual transfer of consciousness from one reality to another. This is often described as the most intense and transformative part of the process. Begin by fully immersing yourself in the quantum field, maintaining a strong focus on your target reality. Allow yourself a sense to dissolve, becoming one with the quantum potential. Experience the sensation of your consciousness unanchoring from your current reality. This might feel like a sudden lightness or dissolving of physical sensations. And as you feel yourself detach, direct your awareness towards the target reality with unwavering focus. Imagine yourself being drawn into this new reality like a magnet attracting metal. You may experience a moment of disorientation or a rushing sensation. Stay calm and centered, allowing the process to unfold without resistance. As you begin to perceive the new reality, gradually allow your consciousness to solidify within it. This involves reconnecting with physical sensations and a sense of self, but now within the context of the new reality. Once the shift is complete, take time to orient yourself. Observe your surroundings, your body, and your mental state. Note any differences or similarities to your original reality. It's crucial to remember that the experience of quantum shifting can vary greatly between individuals. Some may experience dramatic, instantaneous shifts, while for others, the process might be more subtle and gradual. Also, be prepared for the possibility that the reality you shift into may not exactly match your expectations at first. Parallel realities can be unpredictable, and part of the quantum shifting journey is learning to navigate and adapt to these new experiences. And after a shift, it's important to ground yourself and reflect on the experience. I recommend keeping detailed records of your shifts, including the technique that you used, the sensations experienced, and the nature of the reality you've entered. This documentation will be invaluable for refining your practice and deepening your understanding of the quantum shifting process. As you become more adept at basic quantum shifting, you can explore more complex and nuanced techniques. These advanced methods offer deeper insights into the nature of reality and expand the possibilities of consciousness manipulation. Multi-reality sensing involves perceiving multiple parallel realities simultaneously. This technique provides a broader perspective on the multiverse and allows for more informed reality selection. Begin by entering the void state and expanding your quantum awareness as usual. Instead of focusing on a single reality, intentionally open your perception to multiple streams of information. See your consciousness as a central hub with multiple channels extending outward. Each channel connects to a different reality. Practice maintaining awareness of several channels simultaneously. Develop the ability to zoom in and zoom out of different realities at will. This allows for both broad overviews and detailed examinations of specific realities. Use a reality mapping technique and create mental or physical representations of the realities you're sensing, noting their relationships and differences. This can help in navigating the complex web of parallel existences. Practice discerning subtle variations between similar realities. This skill is crucial for fine-tuning your shifts and understanding the nuances of parallel existence. You will get better and better at this, and eventually you can develop the skill of rapid reality switching, which involves quickly moving your consciousness between different realities. This technique can provide unique insights and experiences as well as increase your overall shifting proficiency. Start with two distinctly different realities that you can easily differentiate. Practice shifting between them, gradually decreasing the time spent in each reality. Use a quantum pendulum visualization. Imagine your consciousness swinging back and forth between realities, each swing becoming faster and smoother. And what's great about this is you sense the difference between both realities, making it easier for you to shift. Develop a reality anchor for each familiar reality. This could be a specific sensation, emotion, or mental image that quickly aligns you with that reality. Use these anchors to facilitate faster transitions. Experiment with reality sliding. I have an episode on reality sliding and a meditation I recommend that you check out. Essentially, instead of distinct jumps between realities, practice smoothly sliding your perceptions along a continuum of closely related realities. And as you become more skilled, try incorporating more realities into your rapid switching practice. This can evolve into a form of reality surfing, where you skim across multiple realities in quick succession. These advanced techniques involve maintaining a consistent thread of awareness across multiple realities and can take time to learn. So you begin by strengthening your core sense of self, independent of any specific reality. This involves deep introspection and identity work to establish a meta-identity that transcends individual identities. Practice quantum threading. Visualize a thread of consciousness extending from your core self into each reality you enter. Maintain awareness of this thread as you shift between realities. Develop the skill of reality bookmarking, and as you exit a reality, leave a part of your awareness behind like a bookmark, and this allows for easier return and maintains a connection to that reality. And experiment with split consciousness. Start by trying to maintain awareness in two very similar realities, gradually working up to more divergent ones. This is an extremely advanced technique and should be approached with caution. Learn to recognize your unique quantum signature across realities. This is the essential quality of your consciousness that remains consistent regardless of the reality you're experiencing. And then practice reality integration. After exploring multiple realities, work on synthesizing the experiences and knowledge gained into a coherent whole. This helps in maintaining a stable sense of self across varied experiences. It's important to note that these advanced techniques can be mentally and emotionally challenging. They may lead to profound shifts in perception and identity. Warning: practitioners should approach them gradually, ensuring they have a strong foundation in basic quantum shifting and a robust support system. I see this amazing future in the field of quantum shifting, which can be placed under the umbrella of all shifting in between parallel realities and our multiversal consciousness. We stand at the frontier of human consciousness exploration right now, and as more individuals develop these skills, we may see a paradigm shift in how we perceive reality and our place within it. Research could lead into breakthroughs in various fields. In psychology, it may offer new approaches to treating mental health by allowing individuals to explore alternate versions of themselves. In physics, the experience of quantum shifters might provide insights that help bridge the gap between quantum mechanics and our understanding of consciousness. And as this practice evolves, we may see the development of new technologies that assist in the shifting process. These could range from advanced meditation aids to devices that help induce or stabilize the void state. Check out the show Dark Matter. Essentially, he enters into a box that he creates as a scientist that allows for him to enter into realities. But he creates a void state through a medication. He takes a drug that turns off a part of his brain, and as he enters into the void state, it allows him to shift into different realities. It's the same premise that I'm giving you, but no drug is needed. You can enter into the void state through meditation. There's also potential for quantum shifting to influence society on a broader scale. As you become more aware of the vast array of possibilities that exist across realities, it could lead to increased empathy, creativity, problem solving. This can seem esoteric and repetitive in some ways, but the principles I'm discussing have evolved over a long period of time of me teaching these and allowing people to practice and work with them, and they can be applied to everyday life in meaningful ways. Use multi-reality sensing to gain new perspectives on personal or professional challenges. By considering how alternate versions of yourself might approach a situation, you can discover innovative solutions. Apply the focus and concentration skills developed through quantum shifting to improve performance in other areas of your life, from work to relationships. Use the emotional regulation techniques that you learn to better manage stress and anxiety. Incorporate the expanded sense of self gained from quantum awareness into your personal growth. Embarking on this journey is a profound undertaking. Every experience, whether perceived as success or failure, is important. The true value of this is not in the experience of other realities, but in how it transforms your perception of this reality. Allow your practice to enrich your daily life and relationships. Apply this practice with balance of seriousness and playfulness. While the implications of quantum shifting are profound, maintain a sense of wonder and joy. If you place too much importance on any reality, you'll never make yourself to it. Ground yourself regularly. Connect with other practitioners when possible. This is a remarkable opportunity to expand your consciousness and change your life. Take what I've taught you here, apply it, and then if you can evolve that, then teach it to me. This is a practice that is just beginning, and people will get more and more in tune in ways to move around the multiverse, and this is an exciting new world. Welcome to the reality revolution.